This video is part B to the video, What Color is Your Aura? So if you were unable to catch the first video a day or two ago, please check in the description down below for part A to this video so that you're able to catch all the colors. Thank you. Hello friends, this is Golden Lion Tarot here to bring you What Color is Your Aura tarot reading. All right, so today I've got 7 piles and they are topped with 7 different crystals. So if you're feeling called to a certain color or a certain card with the crystal, please choose that pile. Now, when I meditated and looked at my children's and mine, a couple of friends' auras, I saw that all 3 of my children held 2 different colors within their auric field. So if you're feeling drawn to 2 colors, please listen to both of those readings. I exude 1 color in my auric field, but I also saw that most of the people had 2 colors, but there were a few that only had like a solid color. So you know how it works. Whatever you're being drawn to, then there's going to be a message in there for you. All right, so our aura is the energy field that surrounds our body. It's called the electromagnetic energy field, and this surrounds our body. And I believe that this is how like God can see us. I just have this feeling that that's how like people, our deceased ones, or like God energy looks at us. They see the color that we're emitting into our surrounding area. And I believe that this color can change a bit, or it can get like muddied or be like a more brilliant color if we're more evolved and flowing with our true higher self's calling. So the energy that surrounds your body can either like calm another person, or it can make another person feel anxious or nervous. And we can change how the sort of light that we are exuding from our body. I know, like before I woke up and evolved and worked on myself, I was quite an anxious, nervous type of energetic person. And I was like staying in motion as much as possible. I was always like from here to there because I believed the faster I went, the greater productivity I was creating, and therefore like creating more abundance for my family. But as I continued to wake up, I saw the necessity of standing still and exuding more of a graceful energy field around myself. And today I'm highly like movable, but I'm not so erratic. I'm not so all over the place. I'm more focused, and I do stand still, and I do take time to breathe. So with that change within myself, I believe I'm exuding more of a brilliant color rather than a muddied or dull, vibrant color within my energy field. Also, if you get a bad feeling about somebody, say they're holding on to like past traumas that are haunting them, hurting them, they may have like a muddled auric field, or if they're dealing with addictions, or if they just like deal with depression, anything like that can muddy the field that surrounds one's body. But you can also like exude certain colors and then exude other colors later on in life. But I feel like from what I've seen through my meditations, we generally exude like a certain color, and that color may get a little muddied and we may add in another color and it may leave us. Okay, but we generally have like 1 or 2 colors that are our main like our main focus in this lifetime, and they do mean something. Okay, so, and it does somewhat correlate to the energy centers of our chakra system. Okay, so all right, so pile number 1, we've got this fabulous goldstone. And goldstone is great for keeping um, the earth chakra, the red chakra, the root chakra cleansed and cleared and vibing high. Right. And then secondly, we've got this carnelian little tumbled stone crystal representing, it usually represents our sacral chakra, which is connected to our emotions, but this stone is good for keeping us high vibed and happy and creative and confident. And then we've got this beautiful citrine. It's a yellow crystal. Don't know if it shows real well, but it's good for our solar plexus, and it's also good for keeping us happy and keeping our communication optimistic and keeping our power clear and aligned with our higher will. All right, then we've got this moss agate, used for plant health. A lot of people like to put these crystals into the soil of their plant to help with the health of that plant. And other people like to use it for their heart centeredness, keeping their heart aligned, happy, with harmony, peace, and forgiveness. All right. And then we've got the blue lace agate crystal, great for helping us to keep our throat chakra cleansed and cleared. Also good for communications, for helping us to express our truth, and for helping us to trust in our ability to communicate and to speak our truth. Next, we have our amethyst. Lots of times people like to use the amethyst to open and clear their crown chakra. But this crystal is great for helping us to use our wisdom and to use our wisdom to open up our spiritual alignment and to pull information from our past lives or our other parallel selves, reincarnated selves. And then we've got this beautiful rose quartz, great for aligning our high heart chakra, as well as helping us to stay positive and in a loving state, caring for everyone around us equally, and for keeping our temper and moderate, and our ability to express ourselves in a loving way. All right, so you know how this goes by now, I'm certain. If you need time to connect with these piles, please feel free to do so. Each pile does have a certain color, so if you're being called to that color, great, or the card, wonderful. All right, and I'll just show you that this card is blessings, new direction, opportunity, Electra. Divine Will. Responsibility. And Tranquility. All right, take all the time you need, and I'll see you over the next portion. Hello and welcome, pile number 5. Today we are looking at what color is your aura. Now with this pile, I'm doing something a little bit different. So you chose this blue lace agate. Really beautiful little stone, good for our throat chakra, speaking our truth, lining up with what we believe is true and living that truth. All right, so with this pile, there's going to be 2 piles within the one pile. So now, if you could please focus on these cards for just a moment, pause this reading again, and I want you to just accustom yourself to the overriding feeling of which pile you feel most drawn to. So if this is going to be for the indigo blue, and this is going to be for the blue colored aura people. So take all the time you need. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the cards for indigo. Hello and welcome. This is the indigo blue color aura. So if you chose this pile, then we will be discussing the indigo blue color and all that auric field is exuding from your body. You've got this beautiful blue lace agate that indicates healing of the throat chakra and speaking your truth, becoming one with your truth, letting your truth be known and be fulfilled through your lifetime. All right, and your special message from the divine is divine will. Your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. Trust. Let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience. All manifests in perfect timing. So Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to let go and to trust, to feel into the fact that you are being blessed even at this time. Even if things don't feel like they truly are. And it's up to you to relax and feel into that energy. All right. So, indigo blue aura. We've got desert, vision quest. I believe our indigo aura people they're very prone to being like the pioneers of all the auric energies. They want to trailblaze and bring something new to humanity. All right, then we've got, for past life energies, we've got water disaster. So it could be that in one of your past lives you lived through a flood, or maybe you family or friends were lost in a flood. You saw the destruction of maybe Atlantis or Noah's time, something that had to do with it being fatal. Then we also have, wow, world war. So you also most likely lived through a world war or a huge war that affected you and the people that you love. Okay, we've got the 2 of Swords affecting your auric field. And then we've got the 4 of Swords. All right, so you're going to need a lot of time to self-energize, to get away from crowds, to even get away from family members so that you can go into seclusion and release other people's energies from you. I feel that that indigo auric people pick up other people's energies easily. They're probably very empathic, many of them. All right, we've got take off your mask. Then we also have the 7 of spells. All right, so the blue indigo energy is very smart, very intellectual people. And this is why they are the pioneers, the inventors, the trailblazers, the ones that really know how to like see a flawed system and then maybe offer another perspective on the system or another way of introducing like a higher vibrational energy. But this comes from like a very ancient history with Earth and with its inhabitants. So it appears that you have been through some serious disasters to the point that it shook you to your core. It changed your whole belief system. And I feel that Indigo Warriors are just here to really bring forth like a brand new template, like a new way to dance with the world, a new way to enchant each other, a new way to understand one another, a new way to like meld humanity into a brand new vision. The indigo auric field is a very deep and peaceful, loving, has a very deep, peaceful, loving nature at its core. And they're going to need a partner that has like a very deep, intuitive nature also, or else they will not be satisfied. They're going to need a partner that really cares about supporting their interest as well as their own. And they're probably going to dress fairly different than the people that are around them, because they're really going to need to exude the way that they feel inside to come out within their clothing or in their jewelry or in their tattoos, piercings, however they believe that they can express themselves in this way, they will do so. They will need other people around them to know that they look and feel different than the rest. And I also feel that these people are just like, they're not ordinary, everyday, find your run-of-the-mill character. I feel like these people will not be the typical average person with a typical job, because they're really going to need to their career, their job to bring out what is truly calling from within them. It's like they need to fulfill some sort of destiny, and they feel this calling inside of them, and they just will grab hold of that, and it may take them to anywhere. I mean, they may become like landscapers, woodsmen, or even like carpenters or musicians or poets, or I don't know, it could be anything. They could like become, I don't want to say they're leaders, because they are in a sort of way, because they're bringing new information, but they don't like to tell other people what to do. That is what they probably most hate about being here, is being told what to do, and the like confinement that society tries to put on people. That's not good. They do not go well with that, so they're not going to be bossy. In fact, they hate when people are bossy to them. They will rebel if people are around them trying to boss them around. I also feel that they're able to communicate with animals fairly easy too, because they're very intuitive. Let's see. Let's get some more on the indigos. So we've got the 5 of boons. So I also believe that indigo auric people can be prone to depression if they're not fulfilling what they believe is their destiny, or if they're not having like a worthwhile cause to dedicate their time and energy to. Their worst fear is to like feel like a societal robot. So if they are not walking in a path of trueness, and their emotional well-being may be a little off kilter. So the best way to heal that is for an indigo person to seclude themselves, go within, take off the mask that they may have had to wear in front of hundreds of people that day, and really like write down or to say out loud what they believe in, what is important to them. I also believe that indigo people are very good at storytelling. I just feel like they would like come into a room and not try to get attention, but if they caught somebody's interest, then they would go off on like a tangent of like this amazing new way of being free. Because I feel like their core is like how to be free, how to like let the magic out of them and explore this earth. So like they could tell a tale, and it always like the core issue is how to be free, no matter what that story is. I feel that they do their best to, when they get alone with people, to pull the mask off of whoever's around them. They just really need to feel your truth within you. Even if it's a completely different belief system than they have, they will respect you. Indigo people will respect anybody that's following their truth. But they really will need time to disengage, because it's almost like they're ahead of their time, and they're going to need time to be alone just to feel their own energy, to comfort their own self. Like their own energy comforts their own self. They need a lot of self-care. Let's see, anything else? Oh, I'm going to grab a different deck. All right. Spirit, let me know more about the indigo auric field. So we've got the Knight of Cups, and they can sometimes be very dreamy and have like, it's almost like they like dream up a whole utopia. They're able to like dream up a whole utopia inside of them, and they kind of live in that utopia if they're healthy. If they're not healthy, then they're living in the regular world and trying to live like a regular person. But if I would say a healthy indigo would be kind of living in a dreamland and feeding themselves off of this vision and introducing this vision to the people around them, to the ones that care to listen. So we've got the Two of Wands. So they may, if they don't see eye to eye with someone, yeah, they may let you know, but they're not going to like ridicule you or put you down for what you are. But they definitely, if they feel safe, they're going to tell you how they feel that their way is true. They're going to explain to that very easily. Like it's going to, in a very loving way, I should say. They have like kind of a feminine nature to them, where they're going to be soft if they are teaching something to someone, they're going to do it in like a gentle way, so that they don't feel like that they're being forced onto someone else. But ultimately, you're going to feel like they have some sort of a light that they're like guiding you, but in a really non-egoic way. I don't feel that indigo feel that people have much of an ego. Like they love themselves. I'm not saying that they don't, but they're not egotistical. They don't do it in an egoic way. They don't hold their knowledge over other people in an egoic way. So we've got 13, the tarot card of death. So they're able to like change. They're not afraid of change. They're not afraid of like starting new territories, and they'd be able to like go into like an unknown climate, an unknown city, an unknown country, and they would be able to feel their way through that with courage and knowing that they have like their sacred knowledge and what's true to them. They do want to be around people, and they are very nurturing, but they don't need people to support them the way that many other people do. If you love one, then yes, they're gonna expect a lot of respect in that relationship. All right. So anything else? All right. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. So they like to feel self-sustainable, and they do have a lot of patience. So if you're around one of these people, then you will be given like a real genuine, deep, it may be an analytical conversation. They don't like small talk too much. All right, so the last thing is the message. Again, we will just go over. Your life is unfolding in accordance with divine will of your soul. Trust. Let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience. All manifests in perfect timing. All right, so love to all the indigo auric people out there. Until next time, take care. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 6. If you chose the blue lace agate, and then from the 2 cards, this would be the indigo pile and the color blue auric pile. So if you chose the blue pile, then this is for you. And representing the blue aura today is the blue lace agate. Great for helping us to open our throat chakra and helping us to speak our truth, becoming in unison with all that we are and all that we want to promote ourselves to be in this world. So thank you for being here, and let's get into it. So we've got, representing the blue auric field, we've got the card of honesty with this beautiful womanly figure on the front. Love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. Be honest with yourself. Discover what it is that you truly desire. Then speak your truth clearly, right? Here we go again with speaking your truth clearly. Always speak with love and compassion, and know that the truth will never harm anyone when spoken from a place of love. So if your truth is not someone else's truth, do not be afraid to speak it. If you do so with a loving tone, then it will never harm anyone. It will only set you free. All right. So show us, Spirit, about the auric field blue and all that the energy encapsulates for the people with this beautiful auric color. All right, we've got rain, purification. Thank you. Then we've got the moon, Cancer energy. All right, so the blue auric field people can sometimes be prone to feelings of sadness as well as feelings of happiness, like a fluctuating mood system. They can be very like moody depending on how their surroundings are affecting them. They depend a lot upon the ones that they love to predict their happiness or their sadness. And we've got rain for purification here, signifying that the blue color aura may tend to cry easily, or they may end up, you could possibly come to a blue auric person and maybe they have rubbed you wrong. You could come up to them and try to say, hey, I didn't like the way you said my dress, I didn't like the way that you spoke about the color of my dress. And they could end up bursting in tears right in front of you because somehow you hurt their feelings when you were trying to talk to them about the way that they hurt your feelings. This is something that the blue aura can do easily. So they're very sensitive beings, and it tends to feel like they're a bit more dramatic than other people, but that's because they're just so delicate. Uh, they're very like, it's almost like they feel like they're fragile a little bit when it comes to speaking to them about something they could have possibly done wrong or offensive. But that's only because they're so sensitive to feeling the different, they're almost like, it's almost like a telepathic sensitivity. It's like if they feel a negative vibe coming off of you, it may trigger the waterworks. They don't mean to be as offended as they appear to be. All right, then we've got the Six of Swords. So this does signify that they are able to walk away from things, but I feel like there's a little bit of a negative connotation with this card too, because I believe that blue auric people tend to stick around in like a bad relationship longer than someone with a different color aura would. All right, for their past life influences, we've got ice disaster. All right, that's more water energy. I feel like the blue aura is definitely connected to the water energy. Also the air energy, but definitely the water energy. Okay, so we've also got for past life influences, we've got health issues. So I'm seeing that in past lives, blue auric people could be affected from really going through like a severe like contagion outbreak within their family or within their community, within their township. It could be like some sort of an infection or something like the plague even. They could have lived through a plague outbreak, and this has caused them to be super good at taking care of their family and their close friends. One thing I've got to say about the blue aura is that they are super nurturers. They are really good at assisting leaders. They're good at assisting the family dynamic. They're like the first lady to the president. What do they say? Behind every strong man is a woman tying up his loose ends. They're just like, they're the worker bees of the family group. They're the one that's like doing the cooking, the cleaning, and then they'll probably wake up before everyone else so that everybody else gets to where they need to be on time. I feel like they would put themselves last always when it came to serving one of their family members. And this is another reason why they might tend to be a little moody, because they a lot of times don't put themselves first, which can cause some depression and like repressed anxiety, repressed feelings, repressed energies. a repression of being true to themselves. But I will say that they are such a hard working sign, and they are so like loving, that if we had more of these people on our earth, then we would not be in the predicament that we are in today. All right, and the last card we have is Courage. Beautiful. Nice. So this card is showing me that these type of people will, they'd be the, like, I also have like the mommy tiger vibe they give off to me. They're ready to like pounce on anyone that came in to try to harm their little bear cub or their tiger cub. They would be the first one to rip their head off, attack, and take that person down. All right, beautiful. So thank you for those energies, Spirit. I ask for you to guide me a bit more with this and let me know more about the blue energy auric field, the electromagnetic energy field surrounding the blue aura. Oh, that's a few too many. I'm gonna redo that. I ask you, Spirit, for more energy surrounding the blue aura and what this means. All right, so we've got the 8. We've got the 8 of Swords. So it could be sometimes that they end up trapping themselves in kind of like a barricade. I see somebody like trapped by all 4 walls, and it's like they're not able to get themselves out. So when could this occur for the blue aura? This could be like a mother that totally tended. First of all, I want to say that this mother is the type of mother that most of us wish that we could have gotten or wish that we could get when we incarnate here on earth. They're the ones that are they're always going to answer the phone when you call. They're going to stop everything that they do to serve you. But this could also put them into like a tight box. Whereas, say that child that they spent their whole life serving moves away. All right. What if they leave and then the blue auric person is left there without this person that they lived for, that they lived through, that all of their passion came out when they were serving this other being? This could make someone feel trapped, like they don't have a sense of self. They could have a low self-esteem because they lived to please, and then that person that they were pleasing is no longer around. Okay, now we've got the 5 of Cups, but the same person is like, and look at the beautiful blue in this card. The same type of aura is also the one that like remembers. It's almost like they're awake in a whole way that most people around them are not awake in. It's like they remember God's love. And they put it into tangible, everyday, useful, beautiful momentum. And that just like exhilarates throughout the rest of the world. It's like they harness the true love from God through themselves. They feed their family with it. And then their family members go out into the world and they create. What does that do? That's like a beautiful rippling effect. It's gorgeous. These people are not vain in any sort of way. They know that love is the true essence of being alive and being on earth. Very nice. All right, show me more about this blue auric field, Spirit. But if they don't forget to tend their own garden, if they forget to tend their own garden, for example, creating hobbies and things of enjoyment besides serving the people around them, they may end up sad. And that's the one thing, and that's a big thing. So an evolved blue auric person is going to have hobbies outside of serving other people. They're going to find a way to serve themselves. I think a lot of blue auric people feel sad once the person that they serve doesn't need their services as much as they did. They could also be those helicopter parents that, look, we've got the moon card again, and we also have the Knight of Chalices. So they could also be the helicopter parent, the parent standing over the child, watching their every move, making sure their child's making the right move. They could be that parent that just like doesn't let their child go out and get hurt and come home and need a band-aid. They'll be like the one standing there with a band-aid in their hand, letting them just get a scratch when they really needed to get like a good scruff across the ground, a good little bit of road rash so that they could learn from their mistakes. And then we've got the moodiness of the moon again. So like they're kind of controlled by an outer element other than they're controlled by love, which is beautiful, but then they're controlled by this outer element that just like orbits around them. It's like they would go without sleep because this outer element just controls them at the very core. So they're embracing this beautiful love in a way, but in another way, they're being controlled. So balance, 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 right? Balance the key for the blue aura. If they have balance, then they'd be very enchanting, very dreamlike, very like prosperous. Like they would be very like free and playing in perpetual bliss. Let's see a balanced blue aura. We've got the Knight of Wands. So, right, they could be just like, if they were being balanced is the key for this aura, and they could become like great adventurers, like really changing the world by their true beauty that they harness of the God love, and just like exploring what else could light their fire within. All right, show me more about this balanced blue auric people. So we've got the Eight of Wands. So, right, I see you just like walking around. They'd probably be unstoppable. Giving a little more service to themselves. They'd just be like full rounded. They wouldn't have probably any lessons that they would have to learn. They would just like walk through the forest, and all the trees would salute them, and they would salute the trees back, and they would just be in equal harmony. So serve yourself a bit more, and yes, and then both, you would have complete balance with like yin and yang. Everything would be in unison. So yeah, great. So I really enjoyed looking into the blue aura with you. And one more little tidbit before I go, because I did this reading a little strangely. I used this blue lace agate, opening up the throat and speaking one's truth, for both the indigo pile as well as the blue auric pile. So I think I'm going to name this pile 5A, and this one 5B. So the indigo aura pile will be 5A, and the blue aura pile will be 5B. And if you appreciated this video, I ask you to please, beautiful family-oriented blue auric people, give me a thumbs up and leave me a little comment and subscribe to my channel. This way I know that you're appreciating it, and it also allows me to integrate my energy into yours to bring forth more of these readings. All right, until next time, take care. Hello and welcome. This is a pile number 6, and today we are talking about what color is your aura. And you chose this beautiful little rose quartz tumbled stone good to connect us to our heart chakra, our high heart chakra in particular. So the divine feminine energy, the pure love, the ability to have empathy toward all other living beings. All right, and with your pile, 2 cards came out. Okay, so the first one is tranquility. And we ask this crystal to help with this reading. And here we have tranquility with this beautiful divine feminine archetype here to help us to get into the feels of what this pink colored aura signifies and how it plays a role in our society. And if you have this color, then what you could expect. All right. So the first message is trust. Trust that all will turn out well. Everything will fall into place. Peace of mind and tranquility are soon restored. So what a beautiful message for you. If you were worried about something, Spirit wants you to know that everything is working out in your favor and that you just really need to trust that divine timing is at play. And now is the time for you to just relax, find a way to become patient because there's something beautiful in store for you. All right, thank you for that first message. Then our second message is a place beyond time. Look at that magical, beautiful space, right? Looks like a space of creation where you can go and dream. All right. And we've got for your message, don't get so caught up with the everyday drama of life. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and allow it to carry you into a peaceful space inside your heart, an eternal place beyond time, filled with love. So Spirit wants to remind you that if you feel overwhelmed, close your eyes and feel into your creation, into your imagination, into what it is that you most want to explore in this lifetime. Because it is, if you have a desire for something, that means it is something that you will be experiencing. All right. So, all right, my beautiful pink auric friends, let's get into your cards and what it means to have a beautiful pink aura. First card out, we've got Forest Breath. So this card symbolizes what your auric field, like what it feels like. And there's that beautiful, I don't know if you can see how the pink, you're like speckled in there in amongst the grasses and the greeneries and the trees. And you guys are all just like buddies and creating space together and creating a habitat for nature and the birds and even humanity to come and enjoy and to breathe deeper and to feel more alive and to feel more like the real being that is within yourself, to feel more real. All right, and then we've got the Peacemaker. I'm not surprised to see this. So in a past life, it looks like you were the diplomat of your society. You were okay, Jupiter. What are you doing, buddy? Come back down here. All right. So my cat came up here to let me know a little bit about the pink auric field. All right. So the pink auric field is not only a diplomat, but they usually love animals. They have like an innate sense of being able to speak to animals, to being able to understand them. I think that they appreciate the way that animals don't get bogged down with like life problems. They just live and create from like a sacred place. They don't get caught up with like drama and make unnecessary problems in their life. All right, we have also representing the pink color is the Tower. All right, so the Tower represents sudden changes. Then we've got the Ace of Swords, so a brand new idea or brand new thought. Then we have the Keeper of Visions. So that would be the Cups card, showing me that you're really good at feeling into other people's emotions, feeling your emotions, using your emotions to make your life better and other people's lives better. Then we've got number 36, Hole in the Soul. And we also have the pink color being represented here again within those roses. And the pink color that's coming to my self-awareness is like the color of cotton candy, bubble gum, the pink carnation, or the pink rose. All right, so the pink orc people are going to be the very like lovely, heart-centered, open, ready to lend an ear people. They're going to love to be around friends and family as long as their friends and family are in high spirits. I'm not saying they won't hang out with them if they're having it at a low point, because they most definitely will lend an ear any given time, but they're really here on earth to bring in like a pleasant nature. They're here to anchor a higher way of living, a higher state of mind. I see the pink being like brought down into the brain cells. So to me, it shows me that the pink or people are, when they come into alignment with another human being, that human being will always walk away different. They will always walk away feeling a little bit better than before that they ran into you. And that's because you know how to see the sunny side of a situation. You know how to give the little bit of a push, the little helpful hint, the words of wisdom, whatever that person needs, you're going to be able to give that to them so that they walk away a little bit more high vibrated than they were before they saw you. And that's because in past lifetimes, you worked as the diplomat, the mediator, the one that brought two sides into harmony. You're like the pacifist, the one that can see both sides of a story, the one that will always bring unity to a situation. And you have like this most high vibrational, the reason your vibration is so high is because you're able to hold on to that childlike nature that so many people lose as they grow up and get pushed down, and their abilities to be childlike and sparkly get weeded out by society. You don't allow that to happen. You continue to sparkle on and exude that child, beautiful nature about you, like all throughout your lifetime, until old age even. The pink aura person, when they go walking into nature, they're going to be revitalized. Everyone's going to be revitalized, but the pink aura person will be revitalized by dancing with nature. If they walk through a pond, they're going to think about the lily pads swaying back and forth on the top. They're going to think about what's underneath the lily pad. They're going to think about the fish swimming through there. They're going to think about a day in the life of a fish, the things a fish might collect as treasures, the way the fish likes to dance instead of swim, the way the fish might search the bottom of the floor, the way the fish might have friends in this corner of the pond or foes in the other corner of the pond. They're gonna feel these things around them. They're gonna feel that the trees are family, that the trees talk to one another, that the trees have like a secret society that we're not aware of, or that the mushrooms growing in the forest are truly homes to fairies. These people are going to be able to see what lies beneath the dull, disturb life that adults have tried to put on to the next generation, the next generation, and the next generation. They're going to be, the pink aura people are here as like a wrecking ball, ready to bring in this fabulous pink energy for everyone to just feel it. All right. Now, I just want to address this card for one moment, hole in the soul. All right, and I believe it goes along with this card. I'm just going to read one more time. Don't get caught up with the everyday drama of life. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and dream, pink aura people. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath and allow it to carry you into a peaceful space inside your heart, an eternal place beyond time, filled with only love. So I believe that the pink aura human is able to develop a hole in one's heart if they're around people that think too linearly, that think too mundane, that focus on negative things. Say if they get romantically involved with a person like this, if they might even be drawn to a person that is selfish or has selfish motives, narcissistic, or somebody that could take advantage of this like vulnerable soul because they're so willing to give. That could happen. And if that was the case, I believe that the pink aura may like fall into the trap of feeling guilty and staying in a relationship like this for way past its due dates, until like sabotage or the wrecking ball of like the divine's will comes in and shatters it. I think they're able to stay in a relationship way longer than they should, out of feeling guilty of not helping this person seeing the happy side. Like they may have failed at their job of helping like a fiery energy to be tamed with love. But they definitely will get impatient with this situation, and they will stop like being gullible to the fact that this person won't change, and eventually they will walk away. So I believe that we'll take a couple more cards and see what else Spirit has to share with us. Tell me, Spirit, about the pink aura. So we've got the 8 of Swords. All right, so this is just signifying that, that the pink auric field can be destroyed, can be just broken apart by somebody by believing that they were not able to save another soul. And that is like a very unhealthy way of living for you guys. So you need to remember that you're not here to save every soul. You're here to spread your love. And if you're working on saving one individual soul, then you're not fulfilling your destiny. Because your destiny is to spread love evenly everywhere. And you're not with the right partner if they don't understand this about you. It's your job to be the peacemaker. It's your job to be the diplomat. It's your job to mediate. All right, what else, Spirit, would you like to share for my pink friends? Oh, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So you work best when you're around other like-minded people, other people that are able to, and they don't even have to be so light and fluffy as you, but as long, say you're not, sometimes the pink aura is not going to be so great with money because they live in the moment and they're so like present with life that if they have money, they might spend it all up easily. So this is showing me with the 3 of Pentacles that it's a great idea for you to be with other people, maybe someone that's not so quite as fluffy as you, but maybe somebody that's good with money, so that balances you out. Maybe another one that's like good with seeing the evil in other people so that you can bounce ideas off of each other, because pink orc people are going to always find the good in people. If you had like a great group, like seeing different colors, you would be very benefited from that. So like a good group of friends. And if not, if you don't have that group of friends, then just be aware that you tend to see the fluffy side of life, because you have so much companion and it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful, it's like the divine female energy. It's like the divine female at its best. You love to play and you lure people in with your sense of play. It's so nice. So this is you nurturing the world. I just keep seeing you nurturing humanity with your jovial, fluffy pink, compassionate, tender self. It's like you're happy-go-lucky, here to play and to salute the childlike nature in humanity. And we've got the, okay, we've got the 16 in the tarot deck. So we've got the Tower card again. Is that the Tower card? I'm a little confused. Yes, it is. Okay. So you've got the Tower card again. This shows me that the pink aura is here primarily to tear down misery out of this world. So that is why God created this aura color, this beautiful pink, lovely color, was just to tear down the rigid, the things that aren't working anymore. They show us how being gentle is one of the most respectful ways to support each other. You guys remind me of like bunnies and foxes. I feel like the pink orc people just like, they love cute things. They love cute things. They love like even inanimated objects, like inanimated like cute teddy bears even. Like they may like love silly little cute stuffed animals of all sorts because they love to see the cute side of people. They even like freak out about how cute something or someone is. They get this like real, it's like their sole purpose is to feel the cute side of nature, to reveal the cute side of humanity. And it's like they put out this chemical flare, this chemical like transmission, and it just brings out like the passion in all other people around them. So yeah, if you have any of this color within your aura, then I thank you for being here, because you are doing humanity a wonderful service. And I just like thumbs up to you for supporting humanity in this way, and anything that you can do to support yourself, you really need to do, because there's not going to be a ton of people exuding this color around you. And if you do have a couple people, then awesome. You're really fortunate. And if you want to bring this color out in your aura more, then I suggest maybe grabbing some, let's see, rose quartz crystals. I have a rhodonite here sitting next to me, and that was because I knew I was doing the pink and I wanted to feel into this energy. Rhodonite's great for that. Even like ruby fuchsite, I have one over here too. Ruby fuchsite, great crystals to help exude and emanate this color into our aura space if we're feeling like we want a little more love in our life. All right, so yeah, love just pulsates out of you guys. You are here to like play games, and you're here to, you like tickle the soul. You tickle like everyone's soul around you with love, and you just bring out like this most fluffy, glossy, like dollish or childlike fun way about living. All right, so thank you for being here. Please support me back and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so I can continue to keep bringing forth messages for you guys. It's been so much fun looking into the aura colors of everyone that's watching these videos. And all right, I just send you guys so much love. Until next time, guys, take care. Hello and welcome, pile number 7. If you chose this pile, then most likely you have got the color purple within your auric field. If you don't have a full broad spectrum of purple, then you have like at least half of your aura is filled with this color, or then you may have pops of the purple pigmentation running through your aura. All right, so you chose this beautiful amethyst quartz crystal. Amethyst is good for helping us to open our crown chakra, as well as illuminate our intelligence and open us to the ethers, to higher information, to a higher calling, to higher wisdom. So thank you for being here, and I'm really excited to get into your reading. All right, so your first card out, you chose this cute little purple card labeled responsibility. With that, I love that star right in the forehead, signifying higher knowledge, higher information, and an inner calling. It's lighting up the throat chakra also. So your words are important right now, pile 7. Do what feels right for you above all else. It is impossible to please all parties in the present situation. You have responsibility only for your own life and actions. Others must take responsibility for themselves. So awesome. This is really signifying the fact that purple auric people they do what is right for them. They don't normally worry about pleasing other people. So if you've fallen into a moment where you're worrying about pleasing others, please remember what is important to you, and what is important to others and what is important to you are not always going to match up. And you really need to listen to your own heart, follow your own higher calling, and leave what other people are saying. And if they're putting their ideas of how you should be living onto you and it doesn't feel right, then that is your intuition telling you that something's not right here. Okay. Lovely message. Thank you for that, Spirit. All right, so let's get into your cards, Purple. We have got, the Shaman card. Ancient Healing Wisdom. Wow, that is such a beautiful card. I love this card so much. I love how the pink and the green surround this beautiful archetype, signifying heart-centeredness and feelings, letting the heart be the guide, feeling your way to your heart. All right. Then for past life influences to your purple aura, we've got adventurer. Nice. So we've got a little balloon here going up a mountainside. It looks like they might be over in Asia with those, I don't know what the name of that roof is, but it's like a triangle with a really great steeped, I know they're not gutters, but that part that goes around the top of the house there, it's really a really neat design. So you could have had adventure times in Asia, or maybe closer to home, or maybe in the US, or it could be in, gosh, anywhere, right? But you were an adventurer somewhere. Then we've got the Wild West. Okay, so for some of you, you were adventurers over, maybe it was in Persia, or what was that along that trail there, the Silk Road, Or maybe for others of you, you were a cowboys like in the Wild West or settling in the Americas. So we've got like the Persia area, and then I'm also picking up on the Americas. And then we've got Native American energy here too. For some of you, that's a past life, and you're pulling on that through ancestors to open up a doorway into this lifetime. Then we've got the Ace of Wands, abracadabra. Ooh, we've got that nice purple color again, guys. Wow, you're really in your color here. You pulled purple here and here. All right. Then we've got the Page of Swords. Oh, and we've got that royal energy. Hear ye, hear ye. All princes and princesses are formally invited to use your mental energy and enthusiasm to begin a new project. Okay, so this is just signifying that for some of you, it's time to take a leap forward. Some of you may have gotten a little complacent and stuck in where you are right now, and spirit might be tugging at your heartstrings, opening up your heart, your mind for a new adventure, because it seems that in the past you were quite the enthusiast on entering new territory. Then we've got family and tribe. Okay. So for a lot of you, you've learned, you're going to be learning a lot of your major lessons through family and through very close friends. Your family is your inner power. I'm not saying that your family has been there for you. I'm saying that your family has been your inner power, the thing that has, for some of you, they've been there for you. For others of you, they have created this strong magnetic, oh my goodness, I'm getting this royal influence, this brave, secure, courageous being. Then we've got healing again with the purple surrounding this woman here. She's holding the art of harnessing firepower in her hands. All right, so then we've got the Star card. So wow, your ancestors, you could be like really starting to understand your galactic heritage, just beginning to open up that field of knowledge. You could be just opening up to meditation, or a feeling that you've been here before, or that your ancestors are really calling to you because you're looking up, your mind is open. It's like this wow factor has been planted within your chest. Beautiful, beautiful cards, purples. All right, so when I think of the color purple, I think of rulers, of teachers, judges, people with like master's degrees, people that have gone the distance. Sometimes they can be even trend starters on the whole different scale. If they're not going to be going to college to be some great prestigious job, then they're going to be like the trend setters, the people that have like a superior style or some sort of superiority is going to be like held within their beingness, which trends get started around people that like have a strong presence. So people are going to listen to you there, and you're going to demand a sort of respect from humanity. Whether you're aware of this or not, this is how you come off, and most likely you're going to be able to resonate with this feeling. For example, if you go to college and you're not going to want to do a whole bunch of tedious, unfulfilling work from college if you're not going to be getting a prestigious position afterward. Like, I'm thinking about the lawyers, the politicians, maybe even to some degree. even counselors, if you go to school for being a counselor, then you're going to be going to have like those letters that a master's degree holds, or even doctors, a doctorate. You're going to go to school to have those letters by your name. Because people with a purple, with the purple color surrounding them they are to be admired. So the thing is about purple, back in the day, a couple hundred years ago, purple was like a really hard color to obtain. It came from a sea snail. So what they would do is they would crush a whole bunch of sea snails up, and then they would pull I don't know if it's called the mollusk or the snail. The snail's like excreted juices. I don't know what those are called either, but the snails would like excrete this juice, and they would take that juice and they would grind it, and they would dry it, and then they would grind the shells from the snails into like a powder substance. And then they would extract, when they'd get all that mucus extracted from the snails, they would mix these compounds together, and it would make this purple color. And so could you imagine having to get all of these, like accumulate so many snails? Snails are not that big, right? Accumulate so many snails just to dye one garment purple. So back in the day, only the royals owned, there's the color purple again, only the royals owned purple garments, or people that had a lot of money. All right, so the purple's also associated to the crown chakra. So it's like the highest chakra. It's not the highest chakra, but it's the highest part of the body that we own a chakra in. So it is seen as royalty within the body. I think of royalty when I think of the color purple. I think people with this aura color love to have recognition. They want to make their mark on the world. It's like they're, I want to say they're like a little better than the average person, but it's not that they're better. It's just that they know that they were not here to serve others, that they are meant to be served, and they know that their energy is like a really precious resource, and they're not going to be stingy with it. A lot of purple aura people believe their way is best, and they like really nice things, like a pretty package would be aesthetically pleasing to them. They like nicely wrapped packages. They're going to buy a product with a much better packaging than a product that does not have a beautiful package. Yeah. But they also like mind stimulation, and you're being called, hear ye, all princes, and that's so fitting, and princesses. You're formally invited to use your mental energy and enthusiasm to begin a new project. So there's something that you're healing that's taking a vast amount of time, and it's coming from your past. And I think that it's held you down for quite a bit of your life, but there's energy here calling you to look at it in a different way so that it can be moved through. All right. And I think that you are a very like candid, honest, genuine person. Like if you see that somebody's being disrespectful, I feel that you would call them out on it, and not everybody would do that. And could you imagine if we lived in a world where nobody called somebody else out on it if they were not being the best person that they should be? So I believe you're really clever. Some people might think that you're like superficial, but that would be like an unevolved purple auric person. Maybe they would be superficial and critical. But someone that's evolved like you is not going to be critical and superficial. And I think you want nice things, but you deserve them too. We all do. It's like you're showing humanity how to be a higher version of themselves. All right, let's pull some more, see what Spirit wants to say. Page of Wands. Wow, you really have this new energy forming, brewing within you. It's like a new creative spark that's just rearing its head, rearing its like energy, and it's pulling you. And it could be this shaman energy. It is this shaman energy. Okay, so you're here to show a lot of people how to be a higher version of themselves, and you're going to be able to find this through shaman practices or like ancient healing methods. They're going to spark. Ancient healing methods are going to spark what you have to share with other people. So there's this calling, and if you could like maybe listen to some ancient drumming, or like type in some binaural beats that unlock that part of your crown chakra that will let this information in. It will come to you. Maybe not the first 3 tries, but after a while, it will come to you. I feel like you might be a little bit guarded in some ways because of that purple energy that you exude. I think that you can sometimes be resistant to change because you like things to be perfect, but sometimes you just gotta like let things go when, you know, it's like this. I think you're really good at letting things go. So there's some part of you that's ready for this change. That's just for some of you, but it is calling you. There is something calling all of you, for sure. There is something calling all of you. It's this higher calling I keep picking up in this reading. So I think you also are here to like reflect what other people are. Like a lot of times people don't realize how rude and crude that they are. And you're really good at like picking that up and projecting it back to them. Like if somebody's being an asshole, like you could mimic exactly like their tone of voice back to them, and then all of a sudden they realize that maybe they were being jackasses. So here we go with that, like with that higher energy again. But this is the I think this is the Strength card in the tarot. So we've got the Strength card. So this is you really being a strong force. A strong, active, and just all around like able to balance something. You're so like, you're just like in a higher degree. I also see that you don't like to like get your hands dirty, like with smaller acts of kindness. I think you like to give to people. But if you don't want to like, you don't want to like necessarily get your hands dirty to get a job done. So you may like hire someone else to deliver the act of kindness. It's like you give to others, but you're not going to put yourself out. You're not going to hurt yourself in order to help someone else. And a lot of people would. A lot of people just like give and give and give until they can't give anymore. And then they're just totally depleted. But you're not like that. You're more like masculine in that nature and like to give to yourself as well as giving to others. You give to yourself first. So we've got the 7 of Swords. You don't let people play tricks on you. And then we've got the 7 of Pentacles. And you just like, you tend to your garden, you watch your garden grow, and you don't pluck the fruit unless it's really ready to be plucked. But there is a place that you might have gotten a little bit comfortable in. And Spirit is urging you to maybe Open up another doorway for something. Open up a doorway. Open up the doorway louder. Open up the doorway farther so that this ancient healing wisdom can come forth into you easier. And be patient with it. Be patient, but keep opening the door. It's like you've already opened the door. Spirit's acknowledging the door's been opened a bit, but they want you to open it even more. And we've got the Five of Wands. Okay, so your purple energy is here to really stir up. It's here to really stir up emotions in other people. It's like you have this straightforwardness about you where it's like reliable. A lot of people could use more of this color purple in their aura. There's a lot of people pleasers and that are beautiful souls, but they don't like give information straightforward to other people. And you do. You know how to give, receive without getting walked all over. You don't allow people to deplete you. And I'm not saying that you've never let somebody deplete you, but you do it a lot better than most people. All right? So, yeah, it's just like, but I'm also getting, it's just like such a pleasure to like do a reading for somebody that's this strong. But I just want to say one thing about these cards that are calling out to me, this adventure card. It's like, I'm getting the feeling of like the westward expansion, like manifest destiny, where the pilgrims started like moving out of like the east coast of the US and started moving into the westward portion of the United States. I think they called it manifest destiny, the westward movement, where they started moving into like Missouri, Arkansas, Iowa, and they were just claiming land. I know that it wasn't right that they took it from the Native American Indians by any means. My heart always bleeds for what happened to them. So I'm not saying that that was a great thing, but it was the time that we lived in. And if you were part of that movement in a past life, then you had the heart of an adventurer. And you were so brave. You were like a crusader, a pioneer for like a brand new beginning. Like adapting newness, instilling like a new way of culture, a new way of living. And Spirit's just asking you to look into that energy a little bit more, because that is who you are. That is why you have this purple aura from that lifetime. And if you tap into that a little bit, then you're going to really be able to pull in more things that you want into your life. All right. So it was a pleasure reading for you, purple, my pile number of 7. If this reason if this reading resonated, please leave me a like. Please subscribe to my channel. That way I can help integrate myself into your energy and bring forth more of these readings. All right, until next time, take care, everyone.